Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. I am. I hope you had a great day rather because it's almost 5. Anyway, yeah, so guys, there are a lot of times when you ask yourself, why is it my pet gaining weight? Be it a cat, be it a dog, okay? Most of the times it's not a big deal, okay? It could just be that they're infested with worms. Worms, guys, are quite deadly. Most people don't talk about worms. Most people don't think it's a big deal to deworm their dog. But most of the times you have these clans that will have all these dogs vaccinated nicely against rabies, vaccinated against 5-in-1, but they're not dewormed. Okay, so worms will take up the protein part of your dog's diet. They will cause let me not use very scientific words, but for lack of a better term, they will make the protein part of the dog's food leak out of the body, if there's such a thing. Okay, I'm trying to be as layered as possible, but most of the times the worms will cause that, and because of that, protein is what makes us build weight, is what makes us build muscle and whatnot. So most of the times if you have worms, you will not gain weight. So guys, please, let's have our dogs dewormed. Okay, let's have our dogs dewormed. Moreover, it's for your own good, especially if you have a lot of kids, you have immunocompromised people in the house. By immunocompromised, I mean people with either HIV or diabetes or all kinds of sicknesses. We deal with different stuff. I don't want to go into that, but trust me, if you have such conditions, it's better if you always deworm your dog, because there are certain worms that can be transferred from the dogs to you as a person, certain parasites that can be transferred from cats to you as an owner, or even to your kids. Okay, so let's have them deworm, not just for our own good, but for the good of the pet themselves, because you might be wondering why they're not gaining weight when it's just worms. Okay, otherwise there are a number of reasons why your dog could be losing weight. Okay, EPI, which is exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, the pancreas, which is responsible for enzyme production, blah blah blah, digestion issues. If it's not working properly, you might have a dog that is eating but not gaining weight. So my point is, take it to the vet. Okay, if you deworm and it's still not improving, guys, take your dog to the vet, because there's no way you would have 5 dogs feeding the same kind of food, feeding the same amount, for instance, if they are same size, and one is not gaining weight and you don't think that's abnormal. Trust me, if you're feeding your dog right, it's eating fine, its appetite is fine, and it's not gaining weight, there's probably a very good explanation. Have it checked, guys. It's better to have it checked than to be sorry or to be too late. I've had conditions which are very treatable coming very, very late, and there's very little that we can do. You don't want that. Okay, guys, so please, my take-home message is that you need to deworm your dogs. Otherwise, you might be wondering why it's not gaining weight. Imagine if I was infested with worms, guys. It's not just cool, it's actually pretty gross. Have them vaccinated and dewormed. Okay, so you might be wondering, when do I start deworming my dog? We start deworming as early as 2 weeks, guys. Okay, puppies can get worms from their mothers through the milk. They can get worms from the environment. They can get worms from adult feces, from puppy feces, name it. So we start at 2 weeks. You start doing it every 2 weeks. You understand? You start doing it every 2 weeks until they're around 2 to 3 months. After that, you start giving every month until they're 6 months. After that, you start giving every 3 months. Okay, so what I'm saying is that if you have an adult dog, you need to at least deworm 4 times in a year. Okay, our deworming schedule as humans, you might be wondering, why are we deworming so much? Our deworming schedule as humans is different from that of dogs, because the type of worms that infest dogs are kind of different. Okay, there are a few that we share, the same ones that they can transmit to us, and the other way around. But most of the times the cycle of the worms that infest animals are different, so we need to do it on a regular basis. That's one. Secondly, guys, don't use human dewormer. There are some human dewormers that will not be effective against the worms in your puppy, against the worms in your pet, be it a cat or whatnot. So please, guys, before you deworm or whatever it is, give a call to your vet. Go to the vet, ask which one will actually work, and let's work together. I've talked too much. I've talked too much. Please deworm your dog, and don't ask me why your dog is losing weight, especially if it's not dewormed. Okay? Bye-bye.